after the war, we went back again to the orphanage, and I want to get out of there. I was 15 years old, and I didn't have nothing to work on it. I want to be a seamstress like my mother. So, but Mussolini put he was looking for all the sewing machine for the army, but my mother buried, my mother and my aunt buried the sewing machine on the ground.
No way.
Yes.
Mussolini was the
Mussolini.
leader of Italy.
The leader.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I didn't know.
And they were looking for metal. They were looking for scrap metal. Remember, that my mother, all the married people, they had to give her the wedding band, the gold.
Why?
For the war.
In America, they collected metal too, but more scrap metal. They didn't take it from your own. No,
Okay,
they didn't
But
take
that's what
personal.
they did. They were
donated
looking
it,
everybody.
but in Italy, they did.
I had my sister give it to me, the wedding band with my father, and I lost it. I gotta tell you the
Because
truth.
they took it or you lost
No.
it?
I lost it.
Okay.
My sister gave it to me. My mother didn't give it away, the wedding to my father. But she gave it away. Everybody gave it away. Not only, it was, you had to do it.
Okay.
So anyway, this sewing machine, after the war, they took it out. My aunt had hers, and then I had mine. So I wanted to be a seamstress, but they don't pay you over there. When I come, I didn't know I had to do something. So anyway, that's a different story. After I come out of the orphanage, I wrote a letter to my mother.
Get out of it. You mean in order to get out of it.
In order to get out, I say, I gotta find out if my mother's still alive or dead.
You
Because
didn't know?
No.
It was during the war.
It was
She
during
didn't
the war.
communicate.
But you, so you had no way of contacting.
No, I didn't know nothing.
Letters, Mom. You can send
No,
letters. You couldn't send
you
letters
couldn't
at all?
do anything. So what happened, somebody told me behind my, the orphanage, it was a building, which I know the people over there, because we used to say, go out and good morning, but not just when we see it. So what happened, and I knew that he was coming from Ancona.
This man
Okay?
behind the building.
This
the
man
who lived behind
that was
the
living in
orphanage.
that house. And I said to myself, if he comes from Ancona, I'm writing this letter to my mother,
Because that's where she lived.
and I gotta see if she's alive or dead. I know the address.
Yeah.
So what I did, I sneak out from the window
Of the orphanage.
at the basement.
Yeah.
Where they used to have it, all the statue on the boxes. And nobody goes down there.
Yeah.
So I opened the little window
You rebel.
and I sneak out of there.
It's in you too, huh?
I sneak out of the window and I knock on the door and I said to him, are you going to Ancona? And he says to me, yes. I say, my mother lives in Ancona. Would you mind to give it, see if you find it.
Yeah.
This is the letter.
My address.
He found it.
You did.
He found it. And I said to him, Tom, in the letter I said to her, don't ever say that I wrote you this letter. Because otherwise I'm in trouble over here.
Right.
Because
she
the
couldn't
nun,
write- She couldn't write you back then.
No, but
No.
she didn't want her
The
mom
nun.
to tell the nuns.
Are
that
you
she
kidding?
asked
The nun.
to leave.
So if her
Right.
mom wrote her back a letter,
Right,
a
then
sentence.
so I said to her, you gotta come and pick us up. We wanna get out of here. But me, I told my sister, and I said to her, don't you ever tell anybody that. She says, you did that? I said, don't say that I went out because I was gonna get in trouble.
Right.
So she didn't tell anybody. This guy say, how can I find you? I say, you can do something. Open the window, and I know that he's home. So I can sneak out of it again to go see it if he's...
Okay.
So I did that. And the letter says, she's gonna come and pick us up, but I had to go and live with my aunt. Me with one aunt, my sister with the other aunt. But we can stay on a bedroom together in the night. So I say, maybe it's better than over here. So she says, but I don't know when I'm gonna come. Well, she came with the train, and it took a long time because remember that it was a lot of trouble on the
train.
They
that
were
was
wrong.
destroyed,
Wrong.
and-
It was
yeah,
no
right.
transport.
But
Yeah.
It
anyway,
was a
she
miracle
did.
that the man found Nonna Dina. He doesn't even know her.
I
but he
didn't
went
even
to
know
the
that.
address and
I didn't even
somehow
know that
found
she was
her.
alive
Yeah.
there.
And I think that's a
Wait, how
miracle.
far is the orphanage from your town?
How does Saludejo
Oh
from
my
that
gosh,
car?
you gotta take a train. I went from my, I don't know how long it takes.
Like
It's
from here to where? From here to Connecticut?
maybe, yeah, maybe it is like that. Anyway, so she came, and I said to her, don't say it to the nun
Mm-hmm.
that I wrote you.
That you,
Oh,
you
you
told
just
your
wanted
mother
to-
that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I told my mother, and she says, but this is what you're supposed to do, and you wanna come with the, so she came back again and took us out.
Okay.
And I lived with my aunt, and my sister would live with the other aunt. My sister, every night, she used to come in bed and cry. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be a servant to all my cousins.
Because they were boys, weren't they?
Yeah,
Most of them
Martina.
were boys.
No,
Except for
Martina.
Martina.
Martina was, So I say, but what are you going to do? She says, I'm going to be a nun. I say, you're going to be a nun? Yeah. So what happened, she says, I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to go to Rome. And she did. She went to Rome. She stayed, I don't know how many months. And she learned how to fix if you have a hole on the men's suit, especially the men's suits, she used to mend it the same,
She was
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
She
the
was amazing.
same
Yeah.
material, and you never know that it was
Right.
the
A whole.
hole.
So she was a seamstress.
Well, she's sewing it by
Special
hand,
like
not a
that.
seamstress,
Yeah.
and everything by
Specialized.
hand.
That's what she learned instead of becoming a nun?
Well, she was there. She had to do it, whatever it is.
That's what they were teaching them.
Well, I guess so. I don't know. But then she didn't stay there long. She came back.
Did she say why she wanted to be a nun?
No, she
She
just
just
wanted to
wanted
get out of there.
Out of there,
I don't
that's
know.
all.
So when she came back, she says to me, I don't know about you, but me, I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to be, if I want to be a servant, I want to be paid.
Yeah.
I'm going with my mother. But at that time, I had a boyfriend in Italy.
Oh.
You did?
Giorgio.
Yes.
Giorgio.
Oh,
And
Nina.
I said to her,
Yeah.
I'm not going to go to Ancona. I'm staying over
You mean
here.
Rome?
Yeah.
No,
Kona.
she
Oh,
already
that's
came
where
back.
She came back.
She came back and
Because
she went
Nonna
to
Dina
Rome.
was a servant for people in
Yeah.
Kona. So
So she
Maria went with her.
lives with my mother.
And she
And,
lived in a small town.
And then she was doing, she's making money.
yeah.
She says, why don't you do it? I said, no, I'm staying right here, even if it is bad, but I'm staying here.
Yeah.
So I did. And then she met, what's her name, the husband, and they got married. And then my mother lived with them.
All right, Mom.
And then I came home and stayed with my aunt.
You still lived in Ripe, but how come you didn't get married? How are you 25 years old in Italy back in those days and you didn't marry Georgia?
Because the family, I was very poor,
Yeah.
and the family, they were looking for a different person to
They
And
didn't want him
actually-
to marry you.
And actually, he says to me, he went to my aunt and he says, if she stays over here, I'm going to marry her. And my aunt says, no,
Oh.
you could have had a time before. She can go to America.
Oh.
Oh, he
That
didn't
was
want
at
you
the
to
end.
go to America.
There it
He
is.
knew
She
you were.
should-
He knew you
Yeah.
had the opportunity to come over here.
So I
Oh,
said,
good for her. Then she did
Yeah.
a good thing.
so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said to her, no, you had
be
a time,
jealous.
you had a chance. Your mother and
Sure,
father,
sure.
they never cared for me,
No, she was
because I
good.
was very poor. So I said, you know what? I used to make a mattress. That's all I was doing it. So
Mattress.
that's
Make
it.
mattresses?
Yeah, I used to
No.
make a mattress. Yeah, I used to go after I come out of the orphanage. I didn't sew. I sewed. They didn't pay me. So a lady said to me, "Do you want to learn how to make a mattress? Because in Italy, it's not like over here. It's all yarn,
Oh God.
and then it's the other one. It's grass. So you have two mattresses. One on the bottom, it's like a grass, and the top, it's all really cheap yarn. Very,
Soft.
very, very soft and very warm. So what you gotta do, wool,
Wool, you don't mean yarn, you mean
Yeah,
wool.
wool, pieces of wool.
Yeah.
And all pieces, we used to clean it. We used to open it up. I used to do that too.
Yeah.
Open it up and make a big mountain. And then use everything on the floor. Open the sheet, the cover, and put all this yarn even. And then you have a long needle like that, and you go poking up and down, and put it, the way the mattress, the
Tough,
design.
tough, yeah.
Yeah.
How many
That's-
did you sew in one day?
No, I used to go to the house. I used to
Okay.
walk
Yeah.
and go, and I used to walk, not bicycle, because I didn't know how to ride a bike. I never had a
She
bike.
still doesn't. She's
I still doesn't.
Oh, the
I
one
still-
time you did what George
Giorgio
fell
taught.
over and she
Yeah,
chipped her
tattoos.
tooth.
Really?
Huh?
Didn't Giorgio teach you how to ride my friend?
No,
No,
it's a
that was
cousin.
my
That's a
cousin.
cousin.
They
Sandra
were
was a
fighting,
cousin.
and just to push me like that, I fell over, and
Did he
then,
feel bad?
yeah, he did. So anyway, and that's when I started, from my uncle when he came to Italy in 1952. I started all this paper, and from the paper, they're talking about, sometimes you want to do something against the law. I did a lot of paper, and I sent it to, I had a guy, my uncle paid this guy to go to Rome and give her all this paper to
For the
the,
visa, for
Like
the visa.
paperwork.
Like
for the
a
paper,
courier.
all the work for the visa. And this guy knew somebody inside of the office, but the guy inside the office wanted some money.
Yeah.
So my uncle gave some more money. So in other words, the paper from the bottom, it went
Oh,
To the
to the
top.
top.
Push to the front of the line.
This is the truth. This is very
Oh,
true.
yeah.
So, and that's why I called my aunt, and they know that I was gonna come. My aunt Emma, Tia Maria over here, they find the place that went to come. And
Made a
so
job
that was
ready
the
for
only
you.
time that I can get it, because I work on a factory in Tremont Street in Boston. And the factory, the name was Wolf.
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 Wharf.
And we used to,
Wolf.
Wolf.
W-O-L-F. Wolf.
and we used to make it all the jackets, men jackets, winter jackets, leather jacket. My two aunts, the one that came over here, and I used to live in Arlington with her,
Tiama.
Siemma, she was working in this factory. My aunt, my mother's sister, she was the sample maker. She was making the sample for the company. She knew every single stitches. That machine, in front of her, it was empty. And my aunt said to the boss, would you mind to save this machine for my niece? She's coming from Italy, and you don't have to worry about anything. I'll teach her how to do everything. This is the truth.
Yeah, it was like a job. They saved a job for her.
So how long
So
did they
this
wait
job,
before you got there?
that's right. The boss says, if she doesn't come, I have to put the machine to
Right.
someone else. That's why they called the Andrea Doria. There was the time for me to come,
Okay.
and that's why I came in second class, because that was the only
To
time.
rush her up. Yeah, there was no space.
So then that's why I came.
Okay.
And then I met my husband. We got married. 57, but we were going out together. He says, you could have been in that Andrea Doria.
Yeah.
I said, yes,
She came
I could have. I came in 55 with the Andrea Doria.
Yeah, if
started
she
in
had,
56.
if they hadn't upgraded her and made her come
Right.
sooner.
Maybe
Yeah,
not.
she
Oh,
was
it was
on
Andrea
that
Doria.
ship.
Wow.
Yeah.
She came
It was 9 months later.
on that
Yeah.
ship
The
before
last,
it sank.
you were the last
So
completed
her-
trip, right?
No.
No, it was another one.
Yeah.
It was
I don't know
another
how
one
many
after
there
me.
were.
Voyage,
Oh.
Just one?
Yes, just the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just one.
But I mean, were there other ships coming from Italy to America?
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe they had it, I'm
There
sure.
were, because I
They
know
had
Did you
it.
go,
my
how did you have to go to Genoa to get the ship?
I went to Naples to
Naples.
get the ship.
Okay.
And from Naples, I went to Genova. And from Genova, I came this way.
Wait, Ma, you didn't go through Ellis Island though, did you?
No.
Where did
Wait,
where did that
that-
ship take you?
Where did
The
it
Uh,
ship John
that-
in New York.
In New York,
In New
right
York,
in New
but
York.
not Ellis Island.
Not a, I don't know. And when I came over here during the night, honest to God, it was funny. I'm in the ship and then I see lots of lights. You know, in the wind, it's so dark on the ship. You go outside, you see all these lights far, far away. And I said to myself, what's all that light over there? So people come up, you know, they said, you know, they were American too. They said, that's New York. I said, New York? So when I reached New York, I saw the Statue of Liberty,
Yeah.
and I was so excited. I had my my uncle, the old man, Zio Bisagno,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zio Mario, that was driving the car. He had a big car. Zia Emma and Zia Maria.
They were all there to meet
They
you.
all picked up me on the ship. I don't remember.
Did you even know them? You never met them?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you
They
did.
were
Oh, yeah,
in
you
Italy.
lasagna.
Yeah, no, even Zia Maria came. They all came.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, I knew them.
When
all.
she was younger,
Yeah.
they were all in Italy.
Right.
They
And they
came
came
here.
over,
and
yeah.
Oh
she
yeah.
brought them, so.
No, they came and they
I
come back.
think
See, Mario came.
We
See,
should actually look into that and find out where that ship came in, because I think it might have been Boston at the time.
no.
It wasn't? You sure it was
No,
New York?
New York.
It's
Oh,
New
New
York.
York.
It
Completely New
wasn't
York.
because
But
I
not-
went to Ellis Island and I have the manifest.
New York.
So
it's
she
in-
did then. She did.
I think she did come over, but it wasn't like she didn't
She
go in
did
the
process.
building.
Yeah, she
it
did
wasn't
not-
going
yeah.
into the
Yeah.
building.
It was
of
different
Ellis
by
Island.
then.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they
It
all
was
landed
different.
there. I think
Yeah.
they all docked there, but
Uh,
it wasn't
They
the
all
same
docked.
process.
So when I came, soon I look around, and this is the truth. I was so excited to be in America.
But I guess she didn't know, like, everything
Everything
was
else has been a lie. Now she's
Women
telling
has
the
never
truth.
lied a lie in her life.
Now she doesn't even know how to lie.
Maybe
And
two.
that was in September.
You were so excited.
So when in September, then you go, I don't know the road, that's all I can remember. It was down the hill, up the hill, I don't know what kind of road. And I see all orange, yellow,
Leaves, yeah.
the leaves.
Yeah.
And I said to my uncle, what's all the yellow and orange? They said, that's the leaves. I said, the leaves of what, the trees? I said, yeah, honest to God.
She'd never seen
I
foliage.
saw it, yeah, and the foliage it was all the time when they're all wrinkled, you know, they're
Well, they
drying
different-
in the
different
sun.
You
trees
probably
in
weren't
Italy
looking
anyway.
at the trees.
But you're
during the
that-
time.
yeah,
No,
I mean,
I-
you were worrying about a lot of other things.
No,
No,
that's
it
the
was the
country.
trees.
Yes,
I
did.
know.
It
It
was
was
the
pretty fun.
trees.
Yeah, they may not have had the same
There's
types
palm
of
trees
trees.
in Ancona, so you know
So,
there are palm trees there.
Yeah.
So
We didn't have
coming
that
from a
many.
different
Now,
climate.
Yeah.
now they do have, I see on TV, now they do have a lot of trees over there, which
maybe
I
they were all
didn't go
bombed after the war.
I didn't
who
go
knows?
that far. I never
Gone.
went
She didn't
outside.
travel that far.
I didn't travel anywhere, so.
So did you yourself have to do anything to like become a citizen, or was
Years.
you had to live here for 5 years?
Yes,
before you- okay.
yes.
I had to
Before she could
live
apply
because
for
Papa,
Yeah.
he was already American citizen.
Our dad,
Right.
her husband.
So I had to wait 5 years. In order for me, 5 years because he was American, otherwise you had to wait 10 years.
So were you dating him before you became a
Oh,
citizen?
I dated him
She's
after a
married.
month and a half.
Of
I
being
can't-
here?
Yes.
So you even though he was a citizen and you weren't, you could still get married.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
She had a visa.
I
She had
did.
the right to be here. She just couldn't be. She wasn't a citizen. She was just here on a work visa essentially. And then
Wait a minute,
after
I
5 years, she
can
became-
marry him that I didn't have my American citizen.
Right,
Right.
she was not an American.
I was an American citizen when I married him.
No.
But whatever I get to tell you the story, that I married Derry because he was American citizen and anyway, but so I had to wait 5 years.
Okay.
I study all the time, and that time I didn't know nothing about English. So I used to go over Nana's house, and this book told me, you know, all the history about America. Who was the first president, how many senator, and how many Congress. I didn't know nothing, but my auntie she told me. But and I had a Susan and Lisa already born, okay. But I had to study this book because otherwise, so Auntie D, you know, remember Auntie D?
No, she doesn't.
She took me to get the American citizen. So I go over there, and the guy said to me, do you know how many, who's the president, was the first president? Oh, that was good, George Washington, okay, so I did it right. Then he asked me, first of all, before that, I had all the paper of mine, my husband, how many children, and on the paper it says, how many children you have? And I say, I have 2. One was born January 16, 1959. The second was born December 3rd, 1959. And he looked and he started,
Trying to count.
he says to me, something that is wrong. And I said, no, that's right. And my face it got so red. And I turned around. You know, he had
2 kids in 9 months.
You just wrote it wrong.
In 10 and a half
Yeah, he
months.
says to me something that is wrong. And so in the meantime, he didn't say anything, and he started asking me, how many senators there are in each state? I say, I don't know, 5? And he says, how many in Florida? I say, I don't know, maybe 10? I didn't know nothing. So,
Oh, that's
and
She knows it now. She knows
so anyway, he turned around and he says, something that is wrong this
birthday.
birthday. And I say, no, it is right. And then he turned around and he come back, and then I guess he felt so bad. I say, I didn't know how many senators. I didn't know. But I know when my kids were born. I told him that. So I went out, and the lady says, you didn't pass. I said, no. So Dee was there. She says, do you want to make another appointment? I said, damn it, yes. So I made another appointment. When I went home, I said to Jenny, I say, come on, we got to study this book over here. I want to get
Wait, so you didn't pass because you didn't know the question?
That's right.
So,
No, because you know how many senators there
Gotta
were.
Google
right,
it now.
but
Yeah.
why was she suspicious about the date?
Oh, because it was
Because
he was an idiot.
yeah.
He couldn't answer. He was really a mean guy.
And
Come on.
Melanie, there's very few people that are actually
Very
born
few.
in the
In the
same
same
calendar year.
Yeah.
It's almost
Wait,
almost
so you guys actually
impossible.
were born
Yes.
in the
Yes.
Oh, I thought you wrote it wrong.
No.
No.
And Melanie,
Okay.
get this. Susan was born in January, and 6 weeks later, 6 weeks, that's really fast, she got pregnant again with me. So she was actually born in January of 59, and I was born at the end of the year in 59, the very same year. That's like, we're 10 and a half months apart.
It's-
That's like,
Just checking.
I see.
Mom's a very proud American citizen.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Actually, Dad was too.
Oh.
I have a daddy
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Dad always used to sing patriotic songs when he had company. Seriously,
did?
he did.
Can she tell stories about Dad and the club?
Well, yeah, if she wants.
No, I don't
How do you
care.
keep-
Actually, the funny
Good,
story
it's good,
about
yeah.
Dad, the funny story about Dad was when she first met him, she didn't think he was all that.
Oh, I met Papa after a few months. I gotta tell you the story. What happened? I knew him because he knows that I was coming in this country. So he said to his aunt, "How old is she?" And Jenny says, "I think she's 25." Oh, she's too old.
Dad was younger.
2 years
Yeah,
younger.
was young.
2 years younger. Yeah, he's 2 years
So
younger.
he said, she's too old. But they had a picnic in Framingham, in 135. And it was the Marquijan Club. We are Marquijan. So we went over there, and he was there with his uncle, and I was there with my aunt and uncle, and and he says, hi. He says, hi. But my Jenny said to me, that's my nephew. And I look at him and I say, hi. I wasn't really crazy. So, we just talking and everything. So he says to me, he won, they give you the rifle, and he got a beautiful prosciutto,
Oh.
and he won. So he says to me, tell your uncle to come to Needham, we're gonna have a prosciutto, we're gonna slice and we have a sandwich, And I told my uncle, and my uncle says, yes, yes, we go.
But see, Dad was trying to get you to come over. See, so he was
So he
yeah,
said, you
yeah.
know. So we did. He just to play with everybody else, and he forgot about me. So we went home. And I didn't hear from him no more until Christmas, I think it was, yeah, before Christmas. And he asked me, he called up, and my uncle answered the phone, and he says, it's for you. I'm going to answer the phone. He says, can you come to the movies with me? And I say, oh, I gotta ask my uncle. So I say, that's Danny. He wants me to go. And he says to me, do you want to go? I say, I don't know. He says, say yes.
She's so decisive.
So he says to me, he said, honest to God, he says to me, say yes. So I go there on the phone and say, yes. I
Michael wants
went,
me
and
to go
I
with you.
remember the first movie that I saw there,
What was it?
I Society.
High Society.
Oh,
With who?
Cary Grant was it?
Yeah, we bought
I've
it
never
for
seen
you.
it.
You
Yeah,
have it.
I
right.
have
We
it.
thought
No,
we,
it was in that.
It's Grace Kelly,
Grace Kelly?
Frank Sinatra.
Cary Grant?
No.
Oh, that movie.
No,
yeah.
that's right. Grace Kelly, Frank
yeah.
Sinatra, and what's the name of the? There's the one that sings all the
Bing
time.
Crosby.
Bing Crosby.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So and anyway, and I keep saying to him, "What they say?" That's
Yeah,
all
she
I
doesn't
see.
even understand.
So you didn't know English completely? at all?
No.
Did he speak it?
Oh,
fluently?
yeah,
He,
yeah.
but that, he came when he was like 16.
So
he
he's
had
been
been
he
here for
went
like
to
7
school,
years.
you know, he
Yeah,
was already,
went to
you know.
School.
Yeah.
So what
You
else
know.
did you guys do for fun besides go to movies? Did you go out like
Really
dancing?
nothing.
You didn't do any. You didn't even go out dancing or like.
No, because no, that time no. But I say then we went another what do you call it, another picnic, and I say, oh, I hope he knows how to dance because I love to dance. I didn't know if he knows.
Was he good?
Did he know?
Yeah, actually he knew how to dance because he went to school in Atamari with 5 guys.
Arthur Murray dance lesson? You don't know.
In
Arthur.
Atamari
It's-
dancing school.
It
in
was
Boston.
big. It was big back
Dancing
then.
school.
Yeah, it was big back
They
then.
had about 4 guys together. They made them all together. They went to learn how to dance in Atamari school in
So he was
Boston.
taught well.
So, that's what he did. So he knew how to dance.
Dance lessons
Oh, I was
paid off.
happy. He loved too to go out all the
Yeah,
time.
He was a big partier.
He was a
Social
big.
guy.
Oh yes,
Our
That would be what
dad.
Chris
Our
gets.
dad.
very very social. He was the first
First
one
one
to go.
there, last one to go home.
Yep, that's Chris.
It is true you. It is true you.
Actually, no,
You
you
don't
don't.
know.
First one to get
No,
there.
he's the last one to get
Yeah,
there.
but he's always feels like he's gonna miss out on something. He's
Oh,
gonna be
I used to
everywhere.
feel that way
you
too,
know?
then I
It's
kinda
like,
grew
oh
up,
my
but
God. You can't
Watch
be in
your
50
head over
places.
there. Can you
Yeah,
go
it's
to
places, isn't it?
I'm afraid
That's
that
how
they-
I am.
I know, I am too, if I miss out.
That's why I
I'm
don't
missing
understand
out.
how my
But
kids-
But anyway, that's the story now. Okay?
The rest is history.
Oh.
Oh.
The rest is all
Good
over.
story.
That's all.